Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in this video lecture we are going to see about some of the very important rules of integration. So in the first video lecture I have already given you the definition of integration, and also we have seen what exactly we mean by integration of a function. So now let us see for a different types of functions what is the integration is and how we evaluate it. So let us consider very first example is for a simple constant term. So suppose if I want to evaluate integration of constant 4 time dx, so in that case, so I can take the constant 4 outside, then it will be 1 times dx, and its integration is x. Okay, so therefore we get 4 times x plus the constant c of the integration, which comes by default with every integration term. Similarly, if I take the second example, as suppose I take another constant which is pi and I evaluate integration with respect to dy. In this case, again pi is a constant, so it will come outside, and the integration of 1 with respect to y dy is y, okay, with the constant plus c. Similarly, if I have another term, say e times dz, so here I am taking the different variables x, y and z here. So in this third example it is integration of e times dz. So here again e is a constant, so therefore integration of 1 dz is z, so therefore ez plus the constant c. Okay, so now, so likewise, if suppose there is a function which is exponential function which is having say x raised to n term, and it is evaluated with respect to x, so from this particular integration function we can obtain the integration as x of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus the constant c. So therefore, if I take a few examples to elaborate that particular thing, so now let us take first example as x square dx. So in this case n value is 2, so therefore here I'm gonna write x cube divided by 3 plus c. So what about if I have x cube dx? So now in this case it's gonna be x raised to 4 divided by 4 plus c. So similarly we can have the combination of the two, like here if I have 8x cube dx. So in this case 8 is a constant, so it will come outside. X cube dx, again we are going to use this particular term. So what it is, x raised to 4 by 4, therefore here it is x raised to 4 by 4 plus c. So therefore here it can be simplified. So here we finally get for this particular term as 2x raised to 4 plus c. So likewise, if we have a different term, say integration 5 times x raised to 6 dx. So here 5 is going to come out as a constant, then x will be raised to power 7 and denominator will be 7, then plus c, and here 5 by 7 can't be simplified further, so let us keep it at that particular value. So similarly, if I have another example, say 7x dx, so in that case what I'm going to get is 7 times x square by 2 plus c. Okay, so likewise, suppose if the given function is some expression, so here let us say that the given expression is x square minus 5x plus c times dx. So in this case what's going to be its integration? So here we have to evaluate integration for each of the term separately. Okay, so we can write it in the expanded form, but directly also we can evaluate by considering each of the term as a single integration here. Okay, so now for x square, it is, we know from this example that for x square it's going to be x cube by 3. So therefore I can write x cube by 3 for the first term, and similarly minus sign, then 5 is a constant, it will come out, x integration of x is going to be x square by 2, then finally there is a constant, so that constant will remain as it is, and that will be 1 times dx. So therefore here again it is going to be x, then finally the constant c is added plus c. Okay, so now this is the, you can say, little bit simplified term, so we cannot do the further simplification, so let us keep it here. Okay, so now let us take similar to this another example. Say now we have 4x cube, integration of 4x cube plus 8x square minus 9 dx. So this is going to be 4 will come outside and x cube will be integrated as x raised to 4 divided by 4. Similarly, 8 is a constant, it will come outside. X square is integrated to x cube by 3 and minus 9 is a constant into x. So finally then there is the constant term c will come here. So this can be simplified. 4 is going to get cancelled, then 8 by 3 is going to remain same. So therefore we can write this finally as x raised to 4 plus 8 by 3 x cube minus 9x plus c. Okay, so likewise, if the integration is not the direct expression, but suppose if it is root of x term, so if there is a root of x as a function given and we want to evaluate the integration, now let us see what it will be. So now to do the evaluation of this integration, what you can do is you can remove the root by taking in terms of its power. So here you can write root of x as x raised to 1 by 2 dx. Now again we can follow the same formula as x raised to n, so this can be used again. So therefore here I can write it in the simplified term as it is 1 by 2 plus 1 in the numerator, and in the denominator it's going to be 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So x raised to 1 plus 2 by 1 will be 3 by 2, x raised to 3 by 2, then in the denominator also it is going to be 3. So therefore in the denominator also it is going to be 3 by 2. So therefore plus c, if I want to write it x raised to 3 by 2 in terms of q root, so I can write it as q root of or square root of x square, this is going to be uh, square root of x cube, it is going to be x cube divided by 2. So therefore square root of x cube into so 3 by 2 can be written as 2 by 3 plus c. Okay, so this is what we are going to get. Now similarly, if suppose I have another expression in terms of, say here they have given us q root of x raised to 4 dx. So here again we can try to write this expression as x to the power 3 by 4 4 by 3 4 by 3 dx, and therefore I can write 4 by 3 plus 1 divided by 4 by 3 plus 1 plus c. So now x raised to 4 by 3 is 7 by 3. Okay, so x to the power 7 by 3 divided by 7 by 3, therefore plus c. Now we can convert that x raised to 7 by 3 in terms of root function. So therefore finally we can write it as 3 by 7 times. Okay, so we can write it as 3 by 7 times uh, q root of x raised to 7 plus c. Okay, so this is what we are going to get if the root function is given in the integration. Okay, so now let us see if there is a given say quadratic equation. So in that case, how we are going to evaluate the integration here. So suppose there is a given expression as 3x minus 1 whole square dx. So now we need to evaluate integration of this term. So therefore before we evaluate, let us expand this 3x minus 1 times 3x minus 1 dx. So doing the multiplication of these two brackets, we are going to get first term into first term, first term into second term, likewise second term into first term, then second term into second term. So 3 into 3 is going to be 9, x into x square, 3 times minus 1, so minus 3x, then minus 3x from the second term, then minus minus plus 1 square times dx. Okay, so now we can evaluate the integration of this expression. So that is going to be 9 times x cube by 3 minus, so here minus 3x we can combine it as minus 6x. So I can write here minus 6 x square divided by 2, then plus x plus c. Okay, so now here this can be little bit simplified as 3 times 3, and this is going to be 3, so it is going to be 3x cube minus 3x square plus x plus c. Okay, so likewise we can simplify some another type of expression also to obtain the integration. So now let us consider another term. Say it is given as 2x plus 1 times x minus 2 dx. So again we'll do the multiplication here first to get the simplified expression. So it is 2x square minus 4x plus x minus 2 times dx. So this can be written as 2x square minus 3x minus 2 dx. So integration of this is going to be 2x cube by 3 minus 3x square by 2 minus 2x plus c. Okay, suppose if the given expression is, if the given expression is like ratio, so in that case integration of x raised to 4 6x cube by x times dx is required to be evaluated. So now here what you can do, as one term is given in the denominator, so you can divide each of the term numerator by that denominator separately. So what you gonna get is x raised to 4 by x plus 6x cube by x into dx. So here this x will cancel one of the x, and here x will cancel this one of the x. So what you are going to get is x cube plus 6x square dx. So now we can evaluate integration of this. So what we're going to get is x raised to 4 by 4 plus 6x cube by 2 plus c. So this can be simplified, and 1 by 4 x raised to 4 plus 3x cube plus c is going to be our simplified answer. Okay, so likewise we can simplify any of the given ratios. Similarly, suppose if we have got one expression given as, say, problem number 17. So here suppose 1 divided by x square is given the function, therefore its integration can be evaluated as, so we can write 1 by x square as x raised to minus 2 dx, and also we can follow the same formula as n plus 1. So therefore n is here negative minus 2, so we can write minus 2 plus 1, sorry, simplification it is x raised to minus 2 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus c. So this is going to be x raised to minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, and in the denominator also minus 1, so I can write it as minus x raised to minus 1 plus c, or minus 1 by x plus c. Okay, so what we are going to get is minus 1 by x plus c. So similarly, if we have got, say, 5 divided by x raised to 4 dx, so its integration is 5 times x raised to minus 4 dx. So here x raised to minus 4 plus 1 minus 4 plus 1, 5 is constant, plus c. Therefore here it's gonna be minus 5 by 4, sorry, here it is minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3, so it is going to be minus 5 by 3 x raised to minus 3, or you can write minus 5 by 3 x instead of writing x raised to minus 3, we can write 1 divided by x cube, 1 divided by x cube plus c. Okay, so this can be our answer. Okay, so likewise, if suppose there is another term given as integration of 1 by x dx. Now here when the denominator x is having just the power 1, in that case it is going to be a little bit different kind of simplification, because if I try to write it in terms of this simplification like we have done earlier, so what we are going to get is x raised to minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So here the denominator term is going to be 0. So this is kind of uh, undefined term, so this cannot be simplified, so this term is undefined. So therefore, instead of doing this, what we are going to get, you need to remember this: if there is 1 over x dx given, then its integration will be equal to ln of x, ln of x or log of x plus c. Okay, so if just 1 divided by x raised to 1 is given, its integration will be ln of x only. Okay, so you will not be using any other kind of simplification method for that. You need to remember that it's going to be just that particular term. Okay, so now similarly, suppose continuing with that concept, if the given function is, say, in the denominator it is x minus 3, so dx, so what will be its integration? So like 1 over x was ln of x, here also it is going to be ln of, instead of x it is x minus 3, so exactly same, x minus 3 will come, then plus c. Similarly, if integration of 1 divided by x plus 4 dx is given, then it's going to be ln of x plus 4 plus c. Or suppose if it is given as 5 divided by x minus 2 dx, then in that case the 5 is constant, so 5 will come outside, then ln of x minus 2 plus c. Okay, so now similar to that, if there is a exponential function, so in that case let us see what will be the integration. Suppose if we have e raised to 4x dx, so in this case it's going to be e raised to 4x divided by 4 plus c. And if suppose e raised to 5x dx is given, then it's going to be e raised to 5x as it is in the denominator 5 plus c. And if e raised to x is given, then here the constant can be taken as 1, so in that case it's going to be just e raised to x plus c. Okay, so likewise we can obtain integration of this, some of the very important you can say functions, some constants and some functions. And if you remember how to obtain integration of this simple given terms, then it will be easier for you to determine the integration of little bit complex expressions that actually come in your examples. So in the second part of this rules of integration, we are going to see about some of the you can say different types of functions like trigonometric functions. When given in the integration, how do we evaluate integration of that? Okay, so till then, happy learning, stay safe, stay at home. Thank you.